Hello everyone, and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hi everyone.
We are back with part 6. Does that sound right?
I think so. We did 5 last time.
Yes. So we are back with part 6 of our Dragon Warrior.
Yes.
AKA Dragon Quest Let's Play.
Right. Stairs.
Alright, so, and you figured out what to do.
I did do some studying ahead of time, and I presume that I got the bulk of the treasure that we need from that, because I know I got 2 fighters' rings.
Okay.
So I think we're good to go east.
Alright.
Fight. Because saving that princess would be nice, and certainly getting some,
Yes, getting our first hero task completed would be nice. And you know, maybe, just maybe, another party member would be nice.
Yeah, it would be.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Exactly. Kev and I have been through hell today.
You guys will... You will get to hear... probably not the first instance of rage, but the first instance of rage for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And one of our videos,
Prepare yourself for Friday.
Oh, but more than that,
Monday too.
Monday. It might have already happened. You guys might have already seen it, because we're kind of recording in a funky order.
Right.
So yeah, one of our echoes you'll get to. Well, it's funny, you know, on Friday you'll hear rage from one of us, and on Monday you'll hear rage from the other, so
Yeah.
fun stuff. But I promise you it's PG.
We do our best to keep it PG, because I think, honestly, the angry, familiar, irate guy who screams about video games, that market's pretty much overrun and tapped out.
Yes. And we're not trying to revive that market.
No, that's, I think it's a good thing that is left back in the past, and with those who have made it their stick, or shtick, they don't need competition.
Yeah, because I think even the original person who that was their shtick, it's not really all that enthused anymore.
I guess that's what happens when you have a team of guys writing...
Yeah, writing for you.
Yeah, because it is clear that the original trio is not really there. Because he's now got other actors and animators and all that.
I mean, that's the thing. You make a lot of money, you invest in the channel, and then...
Yeah.
And I completely get it, especially when you have other responsibilities. I get hiring somebody. I'm not, like, going to be like, oh, you should never do that. You're selling your soul to corporate. No, I'm not necessarily saying that. But that is one of the disadvantages of doing that.
Right.
Unless you make it very clear how it's supposed to go, you know, you have to keep yourself in it.
Yeah. Heck, it'd be nice to have a team, but we want to stay in it, as you said, because you gotta have your heart in it. You gotta have...
Yeah, I mean, like, certainly one day, if I'm really making good money, and if we ever get to the point where this channel is going to be monetized, but it's very much a struggle. Especially when I realize that YouTube is just counting the watch hours for 1 year instead of our all time. watch hours, so I'm pretty miffed about that.
I was learning that too, buddy.
So I'm like, oh, okay, so you have to have 4,000 watch hours in 1 year. I'm like, how?
Yeah, because, I think, was it me or you who pointed out that really biases it in favor of, ironically, the guys who do a lot of those garbage videos where they run around in Halloween costumes and,
and content farms,
Yeah.
I get now why a lot of the YouTubers I watch who have been on for years make multiple hour videos.
Mm-hmm.
It's to keep that watch hour, to keep those watch hours up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hoping something will give and we'll figure it out, but...
Same.
Yeah, we're still pretty far from that. But if we ever get to that point where the channel's making money and, I'm making good money, you're making good money, maybe I could see at least maybe hiring an editor, or... I mean, if I can get better at editing too, which I plan
I'm sure
to,
you will.
but...
I'm sure you will.
I
think you do pretty good, but...
Thank you. I want to, maybe... definitely get... Which I can probably more realistically do is get an individual who's doing our art for us. I could probably get them to do more avatars for us. In terms of, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Hire some people to do foreign language subtitles.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that way we could... You don't have to be an English speaker to watch us. That would be really
get to
cool.
better markets.
Yes.
More markets, I should say.
And as of right now, the English captions are auto-generated. It would take me a while to... I don't know if you can... I think you can type it yourself, but I think it would take me a very long time to do it, so perhaps, if we were making good money, I'd hire somebody to actually write English closed captioning as well, because it's auto-generated is not perfect, as we know.
Yeah.
And then that would be very kind for any viewers who are hard of hearing.
Yeah.
Or cannot hear at all. So that would also broaden. And it's like, I study foreign languages, but I'm not fluent in any of them yet, and it would probably take me a while to be able to, with great accuracy, do foreign subtitles for our videos. Wow, that was...
Yeah.
that was not good. But yeah, things on our wish list.
Yeah, I was told though that swamp is deadly, but
yeah,
I wanted to talk with him before going to the inn.
Certainly a budget for games, because a lot of them are up there price-wise.
They're getting there.
I definitely gotta work on... I plan to hopefully work more on our marketing so that we can get more viewers. Maybe work on some extra things as well. Yeah. I have some ideas, but some of it would require asking some permissions for some extra things. Yeah, we can work on that too. Eventually, I want to set up a Ko-fi, or coffee, or however you pronounce it. I think nice. I'm just going to call it Ko-fi because it doesn't have two F's, I don't think. So, or maybe it's Ko-fi. Let me know in the comments how you pronounce it.
Yeah, please do.
Because I have no interest in doing Patreon right now, because you kind of already have to be a monetized channel to do Patreon. Because basically, I think it still works this way, where they take a percentage of your ad revenue. And it's like, since we're not monetized, that's not really an option, and we'd probably end up paying out of pocket, so...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ko-fi is free-ish. I will look. But anyway.
That's a good idea to look.
Yeah. So there's that, and I know I said I would do it, and I haven't done it yet. Throne, which is a website that will have our wish list. So if any of you guys are more... no pressure, of course. But if you happen to be more... What's the word? Affluent?
I think that is the word, yeah.
If you happen to be a more affluent viewer, and you're feeling super generous, we will eventually have that wish list.
Yeah.
We died again.
But at least know where to go.
But yeah, we'll have that wish list, and, maybe you'll be willing to help us. And
Yeah.
with Ko-fi as well, because that's donation stuff.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Even just getting your views, and if you're sticking around, if you're sharing with your family and friends, that's also super helpful.
Yeah. And thanks again for what you've been doing right now, by the way.
Yes. Big thank you. We are going to brainstorm, try to come up with what kind of extra perks we could give you guys, for...
Some fun stuff to...
when we get to the point where we're going to offer no, you know what I mean, the place where you can donate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's why I haven't quite set up Ko-fi yet, because I have to brainstorm what kind of extras we can give you guys.
Yeah. Exactly.
I suppose I could talk about one of my ideas on here.
Alright.
And this is the one where I need permission, but I was thinking about maybe even, kind of doing a game store tour of, Play Raven and Stormcrow.
Sure.
Yeah, the two local retro game stores. And we could visit others, because we have shopped at others.
Yes, we have.
And we could do those, and that, would be interesting for you guys, because you'd see where we buy a lot of our games. Other than the ones we grew up with.
Right.
You would see where we bought this game, because neither of us had this game growing up.
Correct.
And, we could visit some new places, and it would help them out, because if you're local, you'd probably go visit them.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you ever want to take a trip.
So, yeah, maybe stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. As of right now, I probably wouldn't really do a making of video, because it's not really that exciting or complicated. But
Well,
I don't know. We'll see.
we will.
That's why I have to brainstorm some more ideas.
Yeah.
I have to try to think of more challenges. I don't know if you guys enjoyed those or not. Let us know in the comments. Those of you who were here the first year.
Yeah.
The
That would be...
OGs.
Yeah, that would be interesting to try again. I don't think we've done that in a very long while, have we?
Yeah, we might do as a bonus someday, a Mario challenge.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I
Yeah,
haven't done some Mario in a while, it feels like.
yeah. Definitely not the blindfolded challenge. That I have no idea how people even do those.
Yeah, no, either.
Because I'm like, you're just pressing buttons. You'd have to literally remember the timing of everything, because it's not... it's not a tactical game where like you could feel the textures and stuff.
Correct.
So I'm like, blindfolded challenge seems a little bit too hard. I mean, maybe with some of the later games you could have auditory cues, but like an NES game, I can't even imagine. Like
Me neither.
like Mario. Mario blindfolded, the first one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And I think that's one people have played blindfolded, but I think they tend to save it for like Mario 64 or something. Don't worry, I won't have you do that for Mario 64.
Yeah, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah. A lot of the Super Mario 64 challenges involve breaking the... Well, not breaking the game. I jokingly say break the game.
Yeah.
It involves exploiting glitches to go where you're not supposed to go.
Yep.
Ouchies, ouchies,
Yo,
ouchies, ouchies.
Because I was reminded there's this... Oh yeah, we got a torch. And get a... I think I should try this fighter's ring. Yep. Because I think this is an underground passage.
Yikes.
Yikes is right. Spell please. Heal.
Yeah, I mean, I was playing Mother a few weeks ago.
Oh, how'd that go?
Not well. Mother, aka, I mean, what it's known as here, Earthbound Origins. For those of you who don't know the Japanese title. I feel like I need a guide because it had been so long that I forgot what I have to do. And I'm literally near the beginning of the game, so it's very frustrating. And then I, like... I have to go to this graveyard and I keep getting killed by zombies. It's not going well. Yeah.
So it's very hard.
Yeah. And then, like, I apparently have no money. And you can't even really go to the, to get healed by the doctor without money.
Oh boy.
And, like, so I had no money. So I go in and talk to the doctor, and he's like, okay, well, would you like to be healed? It's 25, you know, whatever the currency is.
Yeah.
And I had, yeah.
I think it's dollars.
Yeah, dollars in our version, probably yen in the Japanese version. And I was like, no, because I don't have the money. And so I said no, and he's like, oh, are you sure? Like, kind of like, why are you here type of reaction, which was funny, but...
Why are you here?
It's like...
Don't waste my time.
It's like, I don't have the money for the copay. Man, isn't that relatable? Although Japanese health insurance was nice.
Yeah, I remember it being quite nice.
I didn't have a copay. I only had to pay for the medicine. And they paid for... I mean, I don't know if it's still this way, and I know it's different depending on prefectures, but the prefecture I was in, they paid 30% for the medicine.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that was really nice. And they give you a little book, like a little booklet that they put a copy of the prescriptions in. And that's really cool. So this is, it's your own little portable medical history. You know, they
That's
could
nice.
look at, oh, let's see, what medicine did you take before?
It's very nice.
Yeah, and I like that because giving it to you, something that has the medicines you previously took, it almost feels, this is probably a psychological thing more than anything else, but it feels like you have some authority over your own care. Because you could be like, oh yeah, I took that medicine before and it didn't really help. And they'll go, okay, well, let me see what medicine you were on from the previous doctor. And you can just look and be like, okay, let's try something else. I know over here it's like all on the computer, and you're like, well, the doctor could see it on the computer, but I like it that you can look at it too.
Yeah.
When the doctor just pulls up your medical history, they don't really look at it with you. They're just sitting there and looking on their personal computer. That's been my experience with doctors. So, I don't know. It's just, I just liked it because I don't like how impersonal doctors can be.
Same.
Like, when I got a sleep study, I was annoyed that, he didn't even show me. Whoa.
A wolf.
That is definitely a wolf.
Yeah.
He didn't really even show me the results. He just told me the results without showing me.
That's cheesy.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's a normal thing or if that was just the way this doctor was. But it's like, I couldn't help but feel like, how can I fully trust what you're saying if you don't show me the proof that the results are what you're saying they are?
Yeah. It could be anything if you're not.
Yeah, especially because I had an absolutely horrible time sleeping, and he was like, your sleep study's normal. And I'm like, is it? Would I be here?
What a jerk.
Yeah.
Sorry you had to put up with that, my man.
I mean, I think he meant that I didn't have the sleep disorders he was testing for, which is, I'm grateful for, but it's like I'm there because my sleep is not normal.
Yeah.
It's not the quality I want.
You've been having a lot of trouble with your sleep, and I've been concerned about that. As a good best friend should, because I care about your health and well-being.
Yes, thank you. I think my allergies get in the way of sleeping well.
Yeah.
That and chronic pain. And I think, unfortunately, I think that's part of it. I don't think U.S. doctors, anyway, treat chronic pain very well. It's kind of like, well, if you can get up and function in society, just take over-the-counter pills.
Yeah, my controversial hot take. I think Americans have psyched themselves for a century almost to being ignoring of pain.
Yeah. And that's unfortunately the way it is. Like, oh, you have a headache, just take aspirin and go about the rest of your day. But nobody asks, well, what do I do if the aspirin doesn't work?
Yeah. Something stronger, but...
Yeah, and that used to be the way it was, but the medicine for something stronger has addictive qualities, so now they don't give that out so readily, which I'm hoping we get to the point where we get better about pain treatment.
We have to, if we want to keep going, I think. We absolutely have to.
But at this point, it's like, well, if you aren't literally screaming from pain, or I don't see anything that warrants surgery, just take over-the-counter stuff. And it's very frustrating.
It is frustrating because that partially explains America's drug problems, is they need to pop these over-the-counter stuff like candy to overcome their pain.
Yeah, and my thing also is I need stronger doses of over-the-counter stuff for it to even put a dent in the pain. And, I usually end up just being really tired and not functioning well when I do that. And I'm tired all the time anyway, so...
And I feel people shouldn't live like that.
Yeah, and also you really don't want to take a ibuprofen or a Tylenol every single day. Which I know some people are like, oh, it's no big deal, it's safe, but actually, if you take it every single day for years and years, it's not that safe. So,
No.
It's like, yes, sometimes it's necessary. But this is why people with chronic pain, we push ourselves because we have to. And yes, if we were in the amount of pain where we were literally screaming or unable to move, that's the point where it warrants medical intervention like surgery or like extreme pain meds. And that's the problem. The doctors are, just like, well, and not all doctors, I mean, some of them might, give you good suggestions, but basically the only ones they've given me are referrals for physical therapy, which, while it helps a little bit, it's not lasting, so...
No.
But anyway, that's just...
Enough of that, right?
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation.
Place. How's that? This is a magic place. How's they found a magical temple?
Have we?
I don't think so.
No.
Go to the south. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Thanks, man.
It's a very big Lego bricky building.
It does. It all looks like Lego bricks.
Yes.
I was informed that there's a spot here that sells keys.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's a very good thing to...
A key shop.
Yeah. I know you gotta take a long path around this building to get to said key shop. Lucky we get to keep what we have after we get killed.
Yeah, unlike a certain other game.
Yes.
Certain other RPG by a certain other company.
Yes, whose fantasy is apparently final.
And now we're up to 16, I think, of them.
Yeah. So much for a Final Fantasy.
But I get it, and the story is so romantic, I suppose.
Some of them are, yeah, I think.
No, I meant the story of why it was called Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
right. Oh, yeah, the legends.
Yes.
The apparent,
reason for the name.
yes. I wonder if there should be something.
Program every game as if it's your last.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You never know.
Assuming you want to go out on a high note. If you approach it like, oh, this is my last game, I don't have to do much, then that doesn't work, but...
Oh, thank heavens.
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
We are actually about out of time,
yeah.
so we might as well stop here. This is probably a good stopping place.
Yeah.
So we will go ahead and save our progress, and we will see you guys in the next part.
Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah, have a great day. We're okay. We're just tired. Bye.
Bye.